Welcome to Coffee with Coaches for the 2022 and 2023 season, a podcast to showcase the achievements of Meeker High School students. Hosting is Tiffany Jahorik, owner-operator of Crystal Meadow Farms and sports director of the Herald Times, and Rich Klinsman, owner-operator of Step Beyond Media. They have discussions over coffee with MHS coaches and teachers. They look back for a week in review and what is coming up for Meeker High School athletes, plus so much more. Welcome. Well, it was a great Thanksgiving and not a lot to report because our kids got a well-needed break.
They're definitely well-needed break. They've been going for a long time.
Yes, they have. And so today in the studio, I guess we'll just get right with it. We have head girls basketball coach Jamie Rogers and then Dale Dunbar with White River Electric Association to talk about the shootout. So we're going to start with Jamie. So Jamie, you've been in the gym now for 2 weeks, correct?
Yep, we've had 8 practices.
8 practices, that's nice. And you have how many seniors and how many returners? And
we have about 25 girls total. We have 4 seniors, Autumn Hobbs, Maddie Mendenhall, Jaden Overton, and Bree Garcia. And then also returning from our varsity last year is Ellie and Ainsley, and they are both juniors.
25 girls, that's a lot of girls. That's 5 teams-ish.
Right. We'll have a varsity and a JV at the shootout, and then the following weekend we'll get to go to rifle with a C team.
So. Oh, I did see that, and that's nice. And I actually saw quite a few JV and C team games on the schedule this year.
Yes. Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yes.
Mr. Kindler works so hard to get the girls great games.
Yes. And then we should also talk about who's on your staff this year as well. Returning, correct?
Yep. Ivy Coriel and Marky Grant are both coming back, and I was just, like I was saying before, we're having such a great time in the gym. The girls are so fun, and Marky and Ivy and I know how to work pretty well together at this point, so we're having a great time.
And are there a lot of newbies a lot of freshmen? Do you have quite a big group coming in?
Yeah, so there may be 10-ish freshmen, and man, it's a really great group of girls. They have a lot of basketball sense, and they're pretty athletic, and we've got some height coming in with them, so that's a lot of fun.
That's what I was going to say. I know that there's a few that are quite tall.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That is fun.
Meeker doesn't typically raise a lot of super tall girls.
No, they don't. And so, we have with us Dale Dunbar as well in the studio today to talk about the shootout, which is your first set of games. So, Dale, who is going to be here this year?
This year, we've got a pretty good selection of teams. We've got Lotus School for Excellence. We've got Sirocco, Mancus, Monument Academy, Custer County, Nucla, Coleridge, Palisade, Hayden, as well as the Cowboys.
And so, Jamie, to put you on the spot, 1, 2, 3, are there like 2 teams that are in our district?
Nope, because we have completely changed.
Oh, that's right.
3A.
So we're 3A.
We don't actually play any of our league teams.
Well, that's nice to get a bunch of unseen teams and get some different experience out there. And so it looks like we are starting at 7:30.
7:30 with Nucla.
Mm-hmm. And what class are they? Do we know?
1A.
I think they're 1A, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I believe they're 1A class.
We range from 1A to 3A because we also have Coleridge or 1A to 4A, I guess now. We have Coleridge in our bracket also.
Nice.
Yeah, Coleridge will start off with Sirocco, and they'll actually be the first game of the tournament.
And the tournament starts on Thursday.
Starts on Thursday.
Thursday at 7:30. And Dale, how many years? I mean, last year we talked about this, but I can't quite.
Was it last year? I thought it was last week.
Right.
Yeah, this is our 22nd year. We actually started in year 2000 and we missed the COVID year, of course. But this is our 22nd year.
Nice.
This.
And are there any other partners that are involved with this shootout?
Got a lot of people to help put this together through the years. Probably our main financial sponsor is Mountain Valley Bank. They help us out. And then Tri-State G&T out of Thornton, Colorado, Westminster.
Oh, nice.
They give us some monetary help. We have a representative on that board with our board of directors. We have a representative on that board, and he was able to help us out with that. So,
good.
Ron Hilke's our director on there, so he helps us out quite a bit financially on that type of stuff. So, those are the main ones. Of course, these guys do the yeoman's part of the work. They have all the the hard part of getting the girls ready and the boys ready to go. So Ben Quinn did a lot for us. He actually designed our shootout logos every year, so he does a lot for us. And then Jewel Kindler kind of runs the girls part of the hospitality room, and then I'm not sure who's running the boys part of the hospitality.
Me and Ivy and Marky.
Okay, you guys are tag teaming up
Yeah.
on that. Okay.
Nice.
All right, cool. So, yeah, that's always a great part. And the hospitality room is always there for the officials and the coaches and dignitaries and that type of stuff. So that helps out and give them a break from the noise of the gym for a little bit. So.
Yes. And then I know that on Saturday morning, right, is the 3-point contest for the girls. Mm-hmm. And do all the girls enter, or how does that work?
So teams pick 3 girls, I
Three
think.
girls.
3 girls per team. Usually we give our senior girls first option if they
Right.
want to do it. And then after that, sometimes the seniors will say, we think that this person should do it. And then that person has the option to jump in.
Nice.
One thing I ought to throw out there before we start that 3-point contest, the Masonic Lodge always provides a
Yes.
pancake breakfast for all the teams.
Oh, good.
So that's up there too. That starts at 8, and then right after that we go into the 3-point contest. So.
And I think the teams all stay in Meeker too, don't they?
For the most part, there's some that travel back and forth. Like I'm sure Hayden will probably travel back and forth, and maybe Palisade for the first night or so. But probably the rest of them, Sirocco will probably travel back and forth. But of course, Lotus comes from Denver. Mancus is way down in the southwest corner. Monument Academy's over by the eastern slope. Custer County's down in the valley, I think. I can't remember the name of the town that it's in.
I don't
there.
know. I think it is
And
actually.
Coal Ridge will probably run back and forth, but the
Right.
local teams will go back and forth. But all the farther away teams will spend the night, and at least 2 nights, maybe 3 nights. So that's a kind of a boost for the locals, and then they'll eat restaurant-wise and that type of stuff too. So that was kind of the thrust of it when we first started. We'll boost the economy of the town a little bit and help the town out a little bit. So yeah, it's good these teams stay for a little bit for us. So
Yes.
Well, and it's pretty cool how the community comes together to help for this. I mean, they see the money coming in, but they also see what it does for the girls as well. It's amazing.
The amount of volunteers that help with it too,
Right.
running the clocks and the books, because you have 2 games going for however many hours, and so you have to have people running all of that stuff, and so it really is an awesome event, and the girls get so excited for it. Like, I know we're talking about what do our t-shirts look like this year. It's just a super fun event that, it's so much community involvement.
Good. That's awesome. And I know that I will get to come on Thursday. And so I'm very, very excited to see it. It's always a good time. It's also fun to have Lotus. They're kind of Hayden as well, but Lotus and Sirocco, but Lotus especially is a staple kind of they've been coming for years. Yeah. And that's fun to have them come down, clear over the mountains and travel to come and see
we're
us.
excited to get some of the new ones, like Monument Academy and Custer County are brand new this year too. So we're kind of excited to see them.
And Monument Academy, I'm sorry, did we say that was by Colorado Springs?
I'm not positive where it's at.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
looked it up,
exactly
but
sure.
I forgot. And the same
it's
with
Colorado
Custer
Springs.
County. Custer County's over out of Alamosa someplace. You go east
Yeah.
out of Alamosa. So,
They have a trek.
yeah.
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 I apologize
Yes.
to those 2 teams. I
Yeah.
don't know exactly where you're coming from.
No, we don't
We're
know.
really glad you are coming. So, if you're
Yes.
listening, so appreciate you very much.
And I believe it's going to be
Altamont is also coming for the girls bracket.
Right. Yeah, Altamont, Utah's coming for them. But they're only playing that 1 game, though, I believe. And then it's getting filled in. Because actually, Dolores was scheduled to come,
Yeah.
and they had some issues that they couldn't. So they backed out, and then Clark has filled up the tournament with other teams. So Altamont won't play all the way through,
Okay.
as
Oh.
I understand. Someone else will pick their spot as they move through the tournament.
All right, I did not know that. Altamont came a long time ago. They're a pretty scrappy team.
Yeah.
They used to come.
Oh, wow. Where are they
we were
from?
excited
Where's
to see
Altamont? Is that?
They're out of Vernal, north of Vernal, I think. somewhere
okay.
Up in there.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a Utah team.
Fun. Yeah, I know that when we wrestle over there, Utah's usually pretty scrappy, tough.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yes, for sure. Well, thank you guys. And so, I think you have some stats too, don't you, Dale?
Well, I got a few. We'll go back a few years.
You got a few. I was like, a
He
few.
only has a paper stack about yay big.
I apologize because I didn't really start keeping the records for quite some time, and Clark and I went back over the years and tried to come up. We used to have a guest speaker, and we've had several of those over the years. From what I've remembered and what I wrote down, actually, the Meeker girls have won it 4 times. The Meeker boys, I believe, have won it 6. Now, I might have some of these wrong. Like I say, we didn't keep good records to start this out. We really didn't start even keeping records till 2005, so we were 6 years into it before we started. But yeah, it's we've always had all tournament teams. We've always had 3 points slam dunk for the boys. We've had an MVP in it. Yeah, there's just a lot of things going on, especially that Saturday morning. It's pretty busy right after the pancake breakfast. We encourage all the spectators that want to come up and watch that 3-point. And for the boys, it's a 3-point and a slam dunk contest. So, yeah, it gets pretty exciting. And then we announce the all tournament team and the MVP, and then give the awards out for the tournament after the final game. So,
Nice.
a lot of fun.
Yes, it is a lot of fun. Well, thank you guys so much for coming today. We much appreciate you guys coming in the studio and talking about this. And we should mention, too, of course, girls this weekend, boys next weekend.
Correct.
So we have 2 weekends of basketball.
Home basketball games.
Lots of basketball,
Yes.
which will be on NFHS, I'm sure.
I
don't
would
know.
imagine.
I would assume.
Yes.
We have our cameras still, so.
We have our camera still. Yeah. Yes.
So I did look it up. Monument is it from Monument.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's one of the smaller schools there, Monument. Custer County is combined between Westcliff and Silver Cliff. So
That doesn't help me.
it's basically Pueblo, west, and then south.
Okay.
So Canyon City, basically you go to Canyon City and you take a right.
Oh.
And you go back into those mountains back there.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
So
Well, we're excited to have them.
yeah, I
Yes.
mean that's quite a trip. That's
Yeah.
awesome that they're able to make the trip
Yeah.
and come
Yes.
Yeah, really glad to have them. So,
For sure. Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
yep.
Thank you guys very
Appreciate
much.
it.
Crystal Meadow Farms is family owned and operated, offering a wide range of CBD products. Coming from 5 generations of farming, Crystal Meadow Farms offers farm-to-table products. In-house CBD extraction using beverage-grade CO2 since 2019. They create a CBD oil without the use of harmful chemicals. Their retail products are handcrafted using organic and natural ingredients and are some of the strongest on the market. They offer a range of CBD tinctures, spa products, a pet line, gummies for day and night, and a large line of topicals.
Okay.
Go.
Go. Yeah, go now.
All right. Well, I am super excited to have all of these teams. It seemed like a few more teams than normal, but it must not be making their way to Meeker.
Right. And I when they said the Custer County and the Monument Valley or Academy, Monument Academy, that those are definitely some new ones, and
Yeah.
Nucla's a new one.
Nope. Nuclea's been here.
Well, but were they here last year?
I don't know.
Okay, see, I'm just used to last year, so I'm sure they've been here in the past. But
Yes. And so again, Meeker will play their first game at 7:30 on Thursday evening, and then from there on the Friday games and the Saturday games, it depends if they win or lose.
right, and both gyms will be going.
Right.
Correct. Okay, because they were talking about all the different volunteers, and that does take a lot because you're not just running one gym; you're running 2 different gyms at the same time.
Yes. And so with that said, I don't know if the old gym has an FHS in it.
Right. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I'm not super positive on that. We'll have to ask the school and kind of find out what's going on with that and put it out there on Facebook and let everybody know. So the girls, again, this weekend, boys are still off. They still have 1 more week. And then they will start into their season on Thursday night. Again, it's probably 7:30. I think it's pretty normal for Meeker to play the last game of
Yeah.
the evening. 7:30 on Thursday next weekend.
Right.
Yes. But wrestling starts this weekend.
Somebody's really happy about
I am.
that.
So the JV team, I believe, will be in Olathe this
Mm-hmm.
weekend. And that's a big tournament. So it starts at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then it goes all day. And then the varsity will be at the CMU duels.
Right. And this is the first year that they've been at the CMU? No.
Oh, no.
No, we've gone to the CMU duels a lot.
Yeah. And so the CMU duels, I tried to find out, and the coaches weren't 100% positive when it's going to start. And the duels itself, we believe, start at 9 a.m. However, Meeker may not start until 10 or something like that, depending if they have a duel the first round.
Right.
So there's 5. Meeker will wrestle 5 times, 5 different duels. If that's the one thing, I don't know, it's as a wrestling parent, when you go to these things, they say there's 5 duels, but especially when you get to the big dudes, your kid may wrestle twice.
Right. Exactly. It all depends on the other team.
Yeah.
Whether they have somebody in that weight class.
Yes. And so and also it's actually a Colorado law, or not law, but a Colorado rule, a CHASA rule, that you can only wrestle 5 times a day.
Right.
So that's why there's 5.
Right. Otherwise, I'm sure there'd be a lot more.
Yes. So anyway, wrestling will be heading to Mesa. It's at Colorado Mesa University, right? Right there at the main gym for Mesa, and 9 a.m. Very much looking forward to that.
Good way to kick off the season.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Our kids got, like we said earlier, just a nice break, clear their heads from the previous season. I guess we didn't talk about that Lyman beat Ray over the weekend.
They did. I heard it was a good game.
Yes, and I think that actually the score was 39, I believe, to 27-ish, somewhere in and around there. But it's my understanding that actually the last score to put it to 39 came within the last few seconds of the game.
Okay, so it was a closer game.
It was a closer game than it appeared.
Right. And, at least Meeker can say, hey, you know what, we played tough against the state champion and against the state runner-up.
Right. The first half didn't, like we talked about many times, did not go Meeker's way.
No.
But then they held them to 0 points that second half.
Exactly.
Which Lyman couldn't do. So, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it. So go Cowboys this weekend. Good luck, girls basketball and wrestling.